Hi folks, it's another hot and humid day here in the Mid-Atlantic, but I wanted to take the time and present a quick down and dirty introduction to the two different distributor types for classic cars, in particular the GM systems. The points distributors and the GM high energy ignition system. The points distributor uses a mechanical cam and contact points to break the circuit, thereby triggering a spark. It uses the external ignition coil that's usually mounted either on the firewall or somewhere on the engine, and utilizes reduced voltage, approximately 8 volts, which is regulated by a ballast resistor. And this is to prevent the points from burning out. Now this system does require fairly regular maintenance in order to recalibrate the points as they wear down, as well as replacement of the points as they burn out. The external coil is susceptible to heat and will also require either replacement or maintenance as well. The HEI uses an electronic control module internal to the distributor, as well as a magnetic pickup to generate the spark, and removes the need for mechanical points. The ignition coil is built into the distributor cap and removes the need for an external coil and wiring. Now this system draws the full 12 volts of the alternator and charging system to deliver a much higher voltage and amperage to the ignition system. It's virtually maintenance free due to the fact that it's electronic and has very few mechanical parts whatsoever. So what are the key differences? This utilizes mechanical contact point. This uses an electronic magnetic pickup. This utilizes an external coil and wiring system. The ignition coil here is built right into the cap. This provides a much lower, only 8 volts, to the ignition system. This draws the full 12 volts from the alternator and charging system. This requires higher maintenance due to mechanical wear. This offers increased reliability due to the electronic design. This requires additional wiring, not just for the external coil, but also due to the increased voltage at startup, requires additional wiring running to the distributor to provide that extra boost of voltage as the car turns over. This system is designed to provide more than enough voltage at startup in and of itself, and therefore requires a far more simplified circuit. However, that being said, there are two primary ways that you can wire this up, and that will be the subject of an upcoming video as well, so stay tuned for that. So as a quick summary, this is a self-contained unit with an internal coil design. It has a larger distributor cap to prevent crossfires, and due to the electronic design, removing the need for all the mechanical components, this one is far more reliable. Higher voltage, increased reliability, and near zero maintenance. So as I said at the beginning, this is just a quick down and dirty introduction to these two systems. There's plenty of online discussion as to the merits of each. A lot of folks prefer the points distributor because they like to have the all original components to their classic car, whereas a lot of others will utilize an upgrade to the HEI for the modern reliability but maintaining the classic vibe. For me, there was an HEI that was already installed in the Impala when I first received it, but for some weird reason it was wired up for a points distributor. Somehow that actually worked. However, as I upgraded components for the HEI, I did eventually move to incorporating an HEI ignition circuit. Like I said earlier, that will be the subject of an upcoming video soon. So, like I said at the beginning of my video, this is simply a down and dirty introduction to the two different systems. There are several different YouTube channels that provide deep dives into each system, and I'll provide links below to specific videos if you guys want to go ahead and check those out. I highly recommend it. In the end, use whatever you like. It's your car and make it your own. Stay tuned, and thanks for tuning in.